Good day, everyone. Um, my name is Mark Anthony Ogbuefi. I am a senior dev at XendFinance, and I have been um, developing for like 6 years plus. Um, I'll be taking you guys on building a DeFi app using XendFinance infrastructure. So, first of all, we are going to look at the overview of what XendFinance infrastructure is. So, what is XendFinance infrastructure? So, XendFinance infrastructure is a term used to discuss all the technologies that powers the Zen, DApp, and apps. And these technologies include Switch Wallet, Zen Bridge, and Auto Yield. I don't know if you guys have heard about these technologies about Zen Finance infrastructure. So now, we are going to first of all take it one by one, and I'm going to show you or demonstrate how we can build a DeFi app using Zen Finance infrastructure. I hope you guys can hear me clearly. Okay. So the first one we are going to talk about is Switch Wallet. So what is Switch Wallet? Switch Wallet is a wallet infrastructure that allows you as a merchant to actually manage your wallet. For example, you can generate wallet addresses, you can propagate transactions to the blockchain, get events about the um, transaction that was propagated to the blockchain. And also, as a merchant, you can get notification about the transaction. So, currently, Switch Wallet supports different networks, which includes Polygon, BSC, and Ethereum. And currently, as we speak, we are testing out the Tron network. So before the end of today, hopefully, the Tron network will go live. And you can actually, as a merchant, integrate with the Switch Wallet infrastructure and whatever network we support, you can also support it. And of course, in these networks, we support different currencies, mainly the stable coins like BUSD, USDT, USDC, DAI for Ethereum, and so on. So I'm also going to go over to the next part of the slide, which is Zen Bridge. Now, what is Zen Bridge? Okay, so Zen Bridge is a P2P um, platform that allows uh, your clients, actually the merchant's clients, to actually do crypto to crypto conversion, fiat to crypto, fiat to fiat. So, for example, the same way you use Binance P2P to actually cash out, assuming you have crypto and you want to cash out to maybe Naira, you can actually use ZenBridge. So, once you integrate with ZenBridge, you'll be able to have these features at your doorstep. I'm still going to talk about the importances of using these particular infrastructures and why you should use it. So the next slide shows the flow of how ZenBridge works. For example, now in ZenBridge we have two sides, that is buy order and sell order. Just the same way you have in Binance. and some other wallet infrastructures. So if you go through the buy order, first thing that happens is we share you the equivalent of the swap. For example, let's say you want to buy crypto and you have maybe um, let's say 10 USD. That is $10. You have or 10 naira or 1,000 naira. And want to buy crypto. So we would show you the equivalent amount of crypto that your money can buy. And once you actually give a go ahead order, the transaction will be triggered and the swap will be completed. The same thing happens to the sell order. That is, if you have crypto and want to get a fiat equivalent in naira. So the next thing we are going to talk about is the auto yield. Now, um, auto yield is a XendFinance infrastructure based on two DeFi protocols called Xvote and XAuto. So, what is XAuto and what is Xvote? So now, XAuto is an automated aggregator on Polygon. What does that mean? For example, now, when you want to in auto yield, like it's what auto yield does mainly is like it gives you the ability to save your money and get like interest on your crypto. So now, if you are plugging into XAuto, it then means that the XAuto is going to aggregate different uh, um, yields and give you the best one that you can actually use. For example, for example, let's say that you like we have different yield aggregators. I hope I'm communicating. Huh? Am I boring you guys? I hope I'm flowing. Okay. So if you want to ask question or if I'm not clear, just hint me so that I will repeat because um, I want what I'm saying to be, entering it inside your ear. So now, let's say we have Fulcrum and we have Fortune. These guys actually gives you different APYs. Actually, you want to invest your crypto. So what auto yield X auto does it aggregates different yields APYs and give and when you want to invest, it will bring out the best, the one that has the highest APY for you to actually invest. So this is for X auto. Now for S vote is similar to S auto, but what S vote does is, for example, it deals with strategy, like it has something called strategy. For example, we all know what arbitrage trading is. Let's say I buy crypto here, I want to go to the other side and sell it. Maybe these people are selling a particular crypto for 10 USD. So you buy it here, and the other side, the same crypto, they are selling it for 12 USD. So maybe if you buy it here, you go to the other side and sell it, you make like 2 USD. So like this is a strategy. So there are different strategies you can bring up, and it can be added to the X vote. So it means that there is no way you can actually lose your money if you invest with S vote. So now, when you actually uh, use S vote, what happens is you are going to have a better yield, and based on the strategy that you are plugged in, will always be giving you yield. So there will be a question: why should I use S vote over X auto or S auto over S vote? Now, it all depends on your risk appetite. For example, if if you don't have much, um, if you don't like doing something that is very risky, you can actually use SOTO because SOTO is likely to give you an instant result. because you are going to always be guaranteed that you are going to get the highest APY whenever you want to invest. But for S-Vote, if you want to do something like long term, I would advise you go for S-Vote. So now the next is benefit of using XendFinance infrastructure. Okay, the first one here is it takes away time and complexity of building from scratch. Yes, just imagine that you want to build your own wallet infrastructure and you want to also build your own P2P system. And you also want to build your own, let's say, investment platform whereby people can invest their crypto and get interests. So this will take years because first of all, you have to think of how you are going to manage the wallets that generate wallets for your clients. You also have to think about writing the smart contracts that will propagate this information or the transactions to the blockchain. You also have to figure out a way to actually manage the transfers or P2P between um, uh, your clients. That is, if they want to get crypto and also maybe they have naira and they want to get crypto. So you see that it will take a lot of time for you to do this, but in few hours you can actually build these systems using ZenFinance infrastructure. So it depends on how good you are as a dev. It can take days depending. It can take weeks. But with these infrastructures, all you need to do is to register and everything will be fine. So the next part is it reduces cost or takes away cost of auditing your contract. Now, just imagine, I remember my boss has always mentioned that we spent a lot of money auditing our smart contracts, especially XOTO and XVOT smart contracts. So just imagine you are a startup and you need to actually audit your smart contract. You can imagine how much you are going to spend. And this auditing is not just done because we want to do it. You have to do it just to make sure that your smart contract is safe and it won't be hacked. So you have to audit it to make sure that there is no loophole. So just imagine the amount you are going to spend. Also, the next part is like it's easy to integrate Zen Finance smart contracts with SDKs. So, for example, currently we have a Zen Finance SDK that you can use. Like assuming you are like this SDK now is we have it in Node.js. If you want to use, if you are writing Node, we have it in .NET. If you are writing .NET, and some other languages. And I think there was a challenge initially that if you want to participate, you can actually um, write a wrapper or an SDK for the smart contract, which you must make open source. So the SDKs are there, which allows you to easily integrate infrastructure into your app. And also, there is no point reinventing the wheel, like I mentioned. Just you imagine you want to write your own wallet infrastructure. You have to start from beginning and writing all this stuff. There is no point reinventing it. All you have to do is to plug in. And we have 24 hours support. If you are integrating with us and you have any issue, of course, you can reach out to us and we'll guide you. And we support multi-chain. Like I mentioned, we have different chains we're supporting currently, like BSC, Polygon, Ethereum, and to be deployed to the Tron. We also have Celo and Cardano on the way, and we are hoping to do this before the year ends. So let us now go into the in depth of the DeFi app that we are going to build. I'm not going to write physical code, although I have done some code snippets that you can look at. that will guide you. And this slide, I can make it public so that it's in fact it's public so that any person that wants to make reference to it can actually get it and see how you can use the and write your own app seamlessly. So now the first thing we are going to do to write our DeFi app is to actually understand the SDK, sorry, the documentations of these infrastructures. Like for example, for Switch Wallet, the link to the documentation is docs.switchwallet.io. For ZenBridge, the documentation link is docs.zenbridge.com. For AutoYield, the link is docs.zen.finance. So for Switch Wallet and ZenBridge, you actually need to create an account as a merchant. If you create an account as a merchant, you'll be provided with your API keys and your secret keys, which you can use to make requests to our backend. So the essence of this API keys is to make sure that you are actually human being and you are a merchant and you have like um, users that are using your platform. So the next we are going to talk about is steps to building a DeFi app. So like I mentioned, when you log in, when you create accounts to these our platforms, the first thing you need to do is to make some settings. For example, you need to set the currencies that you want to support based on the one we are supporting. You need to also set your payment method. You also need to set order time out period. You also need to set your webhook URLs. And these webhook URLs are very important because, for example, when a deposit is made or withdrawal is made, we need to notify you as a merchant that a withdrawal has been made so you can finish whatever processing you are doing on your own app. So the next we are going to look at is the DeFi app that we are going to build. So can we move to the next slide? So now looking at this DeFi app, um, first of all, if you look at the top part, you see by your left, by your left, you see um, okay, let's first of all look by your left, you see like a generate address. You can also see buy that is buy crypto with ZenBridge. You can also see sell your crypto with ZenBridge. So now, um, for you to be able to do this, you must have created an account, do the settings that needs to be done on these infrastructures. Like you do these settings on your dashboard because you have a dashboard you can visit and check. So when you are done doing the settings, then you'll be able to actually generate wallet addresses for your users. For example, let's say I'm building maybe another DeFi app and I have series of users that are using my platform. Of course, if this user wants to do any transactions, they need a wallet address. So for this wallet address to be um, generated, you have to call an endpoint, which I'm going to show you how to call the endpoints in the later slides. So if you click on this generate wallet address, it is going to generate an address which is there on the right side of the slide. So you can see on top of it, you see origin address and generated address. Now, as a merchant, you you have an origin wallet address. That origin wallet address is the address of the merchant, whereby all the users if like it's like a central wallet whereby all the transaction is being aggregated to. So now the generated address here is the address of your users. For example, let's say um, I am a user on your platform and I want to actually um, make buy crypto or do anything on crypto. Maybe I want to deposit money or do withdrawal. So the generated address is my address. But for the origin wallet is the address of the merchant. So what happens here is when the deposit is done to the child wallet, which is the generated wallet, it is being remitted to the origin wallet. So that it will be easier for the origin wallet to issue out withdrawals whenever there is a withdrawal from in the app. So that is why I represented that here because it is very important to understand that this is how it works. So now, when you are done generating the wallet address, of course, you can now post, use the other part of the app. You can see that we have buy USDT and sell USDT. So by buying USDT means you want to deposit USDT to your wallet. So you can use Zenbridge to do that. So Zenbridge will allow you to deposit USDT into your wallet address. That is the generated wallet address. So which means you have Naira and you want to get crypto, so you can do that. And when you are done maybe saving using your money and you want to withdraw it, you can always use the withdrawal Zenbridge sell um, order. So now you can click on the button and it will trigger a sell order. You can also which will be powered by Zenbridge. So and also this app allows you to connect to MetaMask. And if you connect to MetaMask, you have a wallet there which you can actually use to do your auto yield auto yield. For example, you can decide to use X auto or X vote depending on which one you want. So let us go to the code and see how it works. Now this is the initial in the code like the this code there's a GitHub link for this code which you can visit. It's in the slide and it is open source and I encourage us to actually add to it. It is a node app which you can actually visit and you can actually add more features to it if you want to help the community. So the first thing we are doing here is we are just setting the initial configs. That is the currency. We are setting the currency you want to use. We are setting the network and probably for withdrawal or that is if you want to use Zenbridge, you have to provide your your bank account details. Either when you want to buy or sell. So either way, your bank account details is very very important. So the next slide shows the code to generate wallet address. So on the Switch Wallet documentation, we have a generate wallet address. Okay, we have a generate wallet address on Switch Wallet documentation that allows you to actually call the endpoint. So if you look at the this code snippet, you see that I'm injecting the public key that I actually got from Switch Wallet. So it is very important that you keep these public keys very secret because if people get it, they can use it to make requests on your behalf, and you know what that means. So first of all, you have to actually get the body. The body for you to actually generate wallet addresses. First of all, you have to provide us with the client's email address, currency, network chain, public key. Then you can now, of course, set your header with the private key. So next, I don't have much time, so I'm going to go through the code snippet. So the next part is getting the original wallet address. Now, there's an endpoint you have for you to get the original wallet address. Like, remember, I mentioned that you need to get the original wallet address, and that is where all the money your your child address will be remitted to in the process of your app. So the next part is sorry, I'm rushing this because I don't have much time anymore. So the next part is to get the origin wallet balance, origin wallet address balance. Now, you want to know how much that has been remitted to your wallet address. So you can use this endpoint to actually check. These codes work when you actually use the app in the GitHub. You can run it and see how it works. Of course, you have to input your own public key and private keys. So the next part is we are going to go over ZenBridge. Now, if you notice in this ZenBridge, can you go over to can you move on to the next slide, please? Okay, now if you look at this slide, you notice that this is a buy order on ZenBridge, and you have to provide your bank account detail, and you have to also define whether it is buy order. Like in the payload, it is very self-explanatory. For example, you have the email address, phone number, username, pay in currency. That is the currency you are paying with. Pay in currency network. That is local. Also, receive in currency. That is the currency you want to receive your crypto in, and the network too. So, and you now provide the amount you want to buy. If you prepare this payload and send it to ZenBridge, of course, you have to also use your private key that was provided for you on their dashboard for you to make this request. So the next slide shows the header you need to pass. For example, if you notice, we have secret key header. It is very important that you specify that header, otherwise this request will not go. So the next is the sell order, which is similar to the buy order, just that you can now change the currencies and the networks you want to sell your cryptocurrency. So the next slide also shows the secret you need to pass. So quickly, let's look at auto yield. Now, for auto yield, you have to specify the. I'm going to talk about X auto here. We are going to specify the the contract addresses that you want to see. For example, I'm going to use X USDT and USDT here. And for auto, currently we don't have a test net, but I'm sure we are going to work on it. So if you want to integrate, we will guide you, but we don't have a test net now. It's all on um, mainnet. So okay, so if you go through the code, you will see how you can actually connect to your wallet address, estimate cost, and get balances or your auto yield balance and so on and so forth. So at this juncture, I think I have to stop because my time is up. And if you have any question, um, maybe I think this is the right time to take it. Thank you.
Please celebrate him, please. And I just want to put this out there. Some persons were basically, you know, sleeping off at some point. I totally understand because on a mode they code. Meanwhile, those who are developers could relate, right? Developers say I, Chineke, and you developers say I. So in between this, today is the first of the conference and it's a lot of teachings. We learn a lot of this, the technical and non-technical stuff, and this is the first session. And I'm sure developers got some amazing things here. Just before it goes, I probably want to take one or two questions. for him, and then can go. One or two questions anywhere. Jesus, this is beautiful. He really thought so well. He thought so well. Okay, there's a question, please. I will have to give you this mic. There's no second mic. The protocol person should help me. Protocol person, help me pass this mic to him.
Good afternoon, everyone. What's the amount of volume you have on XendFinance? Okay, what's the amount of volume you have on XendFinance?
Currently, all our clients, all our users in XendFinance are also using it. And we have up to more than, let's say, 300,000 users already on XendFinance, and they are all using ZenBridge for their transactions. And this number I called now, they are also people from Kenya, Ghana, and Nigeria. But I'll have to confirm about this number though. But I think we're up to 300,000 users already.
Celebrate him while he goes. Celebrate him, please. Celebrate him. All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Mark Ogbuefi. Now, what we're going to do for you is that we're going to compile this document for you, and then we're going to upload it to the cloud and send out the link to get it in your email address. One more time, can we clap for him?